This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Back here at Longfellow Middle School, it's 8th grade volleyball. The ladies from Longhorn taking on the ladies from Milkovich Middle School in Maple Heights. Longfellow will be in Titan blue and white. The Milkovich team will have the maroon jerseys with the black numbers. It says Maple across the back. As we said, they're part of the Maple Heights school system. And this is the two most successful volleyball programs in the Lake Erie League. Real quick, for Longfellow, 22 Carissa Holcomb, 30 Caitlin Ramey Rowland, and 34 Lauren McMillan are across the back row. Alexa Colon, 31, 10 Alasia Johnson, and 1 Molly Codman across the front. For Milkovich, 22 is Alyssa Collins, 12 Jewel Cotton, Azaria Hall is 7, Iman Mallory is 10, and the first server for Longfellow will be Carissa Holcomb. Referee signals play, and that one is up and over, bumped up, back over, 3 hits and over. Longfellow played it into the net and then over, nicely done. And that one comes over, bumped up, saved. Molly Codman can't get it back across the net. Good point there, but it'll go to Maple Heights with the first score of the game, and they'll be on the service line. Number 10, Amon Mallory, overhands it over. That was Caitlin Ramey Rowland, bumped out of bounds, and it's 2-0 Maple. Overhand serve smacked over, bumped up, and out. The pass was a little bit off target, and Holcomb couldn't get to it. Again, deep serve that time, bumped up, attempted set, but Holcomb couldn't get it off the net. And it's 4-0 Maple. So Longfellow having some trouble to start with here. Ball up, smacked over, passes up, and again into the net, and unable to save it is the combination of Holcomb and Codman. So serve reception, early problem here. This will be the 5th serve for Maple. That one's bumped up and wide off the hands of Lauren McMillan, and it's 6-0. Timeout Longfellow. Coach Amanda Wilt wants to talk things over as the ladies dig themselves an early hole, and it's all about service reception right now. The first point was the best point of the afternoon as far as number of hits and the volleys going back and forth. Unfortunately for Longfellow, the ball landed on their side of the net. Since then, Maple has served the next 5, and we are at 6-0 in the first game where we stand. We play 2 out of 3. We play to 25 each game, and you must win by 2. It's rally scoring, which means each time the ball is served, there is a point scored. And the Longhorns break the huddle, 1-1 on the year. The loss coming to cross-city rival Johnny Wilson last week. And then I believe they defeated Roxborough Middle School. So here we go with number 10, Mallory to serve, overhands it. Codman. McMillan bumps it over, winner. And Longfellow with the serve back. Longfellow number 1, Molly Codman to the service line. Ball up, overhands it over, going to be short. And 7-1 on the service error for Milkovich. Number 11 is Deschanay Stewart. Throws it up, overhand serve into the middle, bumped up Holcomb, and then McMullen swatted into the net, but it's going to come down on the Maple side, and 7-2. The key there, the reception by Caitlin Ramey Rowland get things going. 31, Alexa Cologne serves deep. There's a set and attempted hit deep. Codman off her arms, and the top spin carries it wide. So 8-2 Maple. Lorraine unable to hold on to the serve once they've got it. Each time they've only served it once. 12, Jewel Cotton over. Codman sends it back into a hole, coming back but wide. Point to Lorraine. Now we've got a substitution for Maple, number 1 into the lineup, Jasmine Williams. Well, for Longfellow, number 10, Alasia Johnson goes to the line. 3 serving 8. That one's going to be short. The toss never got up in the air. 3-9 as it goes over to Maple Heights. And up to the service line, Azaria Hall, number 7. Ball up, overhand serve, going to hit the tape and roll down, and it's going to be 4-9. But just in the first couple rotations of this one, you can see the growth in the Maple program as all of the girls that go into the line have attempted the overhand serve as opposed to the 7th grade. And that one is Lauren McMillan. Third hit over, bumped up by Holcomb again, and then Holcomb's going to bang it across. Pass 1, set 2, and back Holcomb again. Set, Holcomb one-hands it over. It's back over, bumped up by Codman. Holcomb, Johnson, deep, and that's going to go into the net. They bump it over. Holcomb, Johnson, good point on the net, and that one's going to stay with Lorraine. And there's a big roar from the crowd as the serve goes over. That was a good point. And that'll bring Lauren McMillan, number 34, to the service line for the Longhorns. Ball up, overhand serve, hit the tape and came down, and it's going to be back over to Milkovich. And again, Lorraine unable to string any points together on its serve. 22, Alyssa Collins on the service line. Underhand serve there. Codman sends it back over and into a hole. Winner, 6-10. And the rotation puts Caitlin Ramey Rowland on the line. 6 serving 10. Good deep overhand serve, pass, set, hit, good hit, Ramey Rowland, but she did all she could to hit it, and it was the good top spin hit, and it'll be 11-6. And again, we come back to Maple Heights, substitute back in for Maple, Jewel Cotton, number 12, 23, Janelle Womack up to the line. 11-6 in the first game. Milkovich, ball up. Nice play by McMillan. Whistle. I'm going to call a replay. Not sure what happened there, but it's a do-over. Janelle Womack. Ball up. Service in the same spot. McMullen. Johnson. Too close to the net, and it'll stay at Milkovich, 12-6. Womack again. Overhands it over deep. Ramey Rowland, Holcomb, Johnson into the middle. Winner. Okay, Longfellow, somebody's got to string some things together here if you want to get back in this. Been around it once. This is Carissa Holcomb, number 22, for her second opportunity on the line. Ball up, deep middle, bumped up. There's a set, and there's a hit. Out. And I believe that's the first point we've scored on our serve. Ball up, Holcomb again, deep. That ate up the, there's an ace. 9-12, deep middle, and just too hot to handle, and it dove to the floor without a touch. 9-12, Longfellow on the serve. Carissa Holcomb again, one hands it over, short. Bumped over. Sent back over by Longfellow, and Maple bumps it around twice. Hit into the hole, dug out of there. 2 passes. Codman can't get it back across. We're just sending it the wrong way. 9 serving 13, or 13 serving 9 now as Maple gets it back on the line. Mon Mallory, number 10. There's a knuckleball over for an ace. And what we had there, to quote a 60s movie, what we had there was a failure to communicate. And the ball dropped harmlessly to the ground. Another one-hander over. That time well played by Ramey Rowland. Back over Johnson, sets it back. Back up and over. That was Alexa Colon. Hit deep and looked like it was in from here. Good hit. Just short of the end line, and will stay at Maple. There was no way anybody from Longfellow could get that deep, so they did what they could do, and they let it hit, and it was certainly a winner. 15-9 Milkovich. Ball up, whistle. I think we got a service foot fault. I think. So the ball comes over. Longfellow with 10, serving 15. This is going to be Molly Codman. Molly throws it up, one-hands it. Caught her that time. She changed her hand as she tossed it. She started with the open hand and closed the fist on the way through. Milkovich, number 11, is Deshawnay Stewart. And that serve into the net. And we go back and forth. But going back and forth doesn't help much for the Longhorns. It's 11-16. Alexa Colon bangs it over deep middle. Bumped up, pass. Hit from behind the 10-foot line. Set up by Ramey Rowland. And again, we're just not making progress. We got to matriculate the ball toward the net, ladies. 17-11. Jewel Cotton. Bumped up by McMullen. Set. Knocked over by Ramey Rowland. Bumped up. Pass. Free ball, but it's going to hit the ceiling and come down. And Lorraine's going to get the ball back at 17-12 down for number 10, Alasia Johnson. Alasia, you need to string a half a dozen together here. First one up, over, into the middle, short. That's going to be a service winner. She found a dead spot. So it's 13-17. Substitution for Maple. Number 1, Jasmine Williams, back in. Alasia Johnson, ball up, and didn't get that one up in the air. So it's going to be 18-13 as we come back to Maple. Azaria Hall, one hands it over. Cologne sends it back. Whistle out of play. 13-19. Maple still on top now by 6. Ball up, one-handed over deep and wide. There was some communication as I heard it with the headset on that time. Ball over to Longfellow on the service error. And Lauren McMillan, number 34, will serve for the ladies from Longfellow. Deep serve, bumped up nicely, set, and hit, and winner. They don't look like they're getting very high off the ground, but they're getting the top spin that you need to get it over the net and send it to the floor. And it's 20-14 Maple. And Alyssa Collins, who just had the big hit, underhands it over. Codman, Holcomb, Johnson. Bumped up. Here's a pass. Oh, sent over. Codman on the dink. On the dink, it's going to be 21-14 Maple. Good deception by the Maple setter there. That one's not going to get there, and it'll come back to Longfellow. 21-15 down. And Caitlin Ramey Rowland to the line. One hands it over into the center, bumped up, back row pass. Going to get a free ball. Bumped up by Cologne, but into the net, and so is Johnson, and Maple scores again. 22-15 whistle, substitution again for Maple. As back into the lineup is Jewel Cotton, 12. Janelle Womack's going to serve right after she gets done taking care of her shoelace. 22-15, Milkovich. Ball up. Cologne, backboard. You can still play it. Ramey Rowland, Cologne, and that's just too long. Concept, yes. Execution, no. We didn't panic when it hit the backboard. It just had too much on it on the way over the net. 23-15. Womack, Cologne. McMullen bangs it over, set up, and that one's going to be in the net, bumped over. Cologne again, but wide. And Maple is dormy in game one. 24-15, they're on top. Any combination of a Maple winner or a misplay by Longfellow, and they're going to have to. Lorraine needs to serve at least 8 in a row here, or it's going to be down a game. 22, Carissa Holcomb back on the service line. Ball up, deep serve into the middle, pass, and bumped over. Back to Ramey Rowland, but nobody to home with her, and that's going to end the first one. Maple Heights, or Milkovich Middle, on top, 25-16. We'll be back with game 2 of the 8th grade match right after this timeout.
Hey Luda, got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really worried. One of my friends is living on the street.
I know someone who can help.
Who?
1-800-RUNAWAY.org. They help kids having a rough time at home, in school, or on the street. You can do a live chat on their site. They will help get her to safety.
Thanks, Ludacris.
Trust the National Runaway Switchboard. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
Jay Ferguson, Bob Schlembaker back here. 8th grade volleyball is the game. We're at Longfellow Middle School, ready for game 2. The Milkovich Mustangs won the first game, and we're underway in the second. We'll get the lineups for you in a minute. Longfellow bangs it back across, and one-handed out of play, and Lorraine breaks on top, 1-0. And serving for Lorraine, number 18, Trellis Hall. She is joined by number 2, Maya Robinson, number 3, Autumn Liebes, number 23, Sarah Colbert, number 25, Naya Espicia. That one's bumped over. Whistle on the net is the call. 2-0. Trellis Hall again to serve, and I missed somebody out there. Trying to figure out who it was. They get Sarah Colbert, 23. That's who I think it was. So 2-0 Longfellow in this, and they need this one to send it to a third. One hands it over, whistle, and winner, chicken dinner right on the line. 3-0 Longfellow. Coach Wilt with an entirely different lineup this game, as she likes to play 6 the first game and a different 6 the second game, which is kind of an acknowledgement of what it's all about. Bumped over and in. Liebes couldn't get there, and it's 3-1 Longfellow. And to the service line, 23, Janelle Womack for Maple. She played the whole first game. She hands it over and deep. Played, and then Liebes gets it and bumped over, but sent back. Again, Liebes. Rufo sends it over. And there's a set, and one-handed over and in. A hitting winner for Maple, and it's 3-2. I missed Amaya Robinson's name there because the hair in the back, I can only see the number in the front. Bumped up and wide. And just like that, we're tied at 3. Womack. Ball up, sends it into the net and down. And Lorraine will get it back at 4-3. To the service line, 25, Naya Espicia. Naya ball up, one hands it over. Nice low serve sent back by Rufo, bumped up, pass into the net, and Lorraine will keep the serve with the point at 5-3. Ball up and ace. That was close, because one of the things you have to do is wait for the referee to blow the whistle and say, let's go, and it was almost simultaneous. Let's see. There he goes. Naya Espicia. Ball up. One hands it over and out that time. So almost the same spot, but a couple inches difference, and the serve goes over to Maple. 6-4 Longfellow. Ball up and over, deep and wide. 7-4, as that was number 11 for Maple. And that is Deschanay Stewart, and she also played the entire first game. 23, Sarah Colbert, ball up. Oh, hit the tape and fell to the ground. 7-5. For Milkovich, number 7 on the serve. Rufo bumps it over with two hands, winner. And it comes back. I think, again, we might have lost a point there. Let's see. Liebes is going to serve. Ball up, swatted. Nope, didn't make it. 8 serving. 8-6 now on the service error. And substitution for Milkovich. Number 1, Jasmine Williams in. And she's going to go to the service line with her lime green volleyball shoes. Underhands it up and over. Communication not there, and Espicia couldn't get there, and we're at 8-7. Whistle, underhand again, short. Played up by Lorraine and over. There's a pass into the net, not going to get there. And Trellis Hall sent that back for the winner, 9-7. And this is Amaya Robinson, number 2. We've got a substitution, though. Liebes is coming out, and into the Lorraine lineup is 21 Emily Fairchild. Robinson to serve. There's a good one-hand serve up, sent back to the back row, pass toward the front, going to be a one-hander over. Nice play by the front row there, sending it wide where no one could get to it for Lorraine with the backhand. And back to Maple. 22, Alyssa Collins, another vet of the first game, going to serve it at 9-8, underhands it up. And there's a pass and a set. Espicia sends it over. Pass. There's the hit. Deep cross court. Again, a winner. And Deschanay Stewart with another hitting winner, or an attack winner. 9-9 is our score. Maple won the first game. 25-16. So Longfellow needs it to stay in the match. Espicia, Colbert, and then banged over for a winner. 10-9 Longfellow. Rufo on the service line for Longfellow. Gabby Rufo, ball up, sent down the line, played up, pass set, and one-handed over, sent right back. Hall, winner. Trellis Hall, 11-9. See if Gabby can string a few together here and give Lorraine a little bit of a cushion. Ball up, bangs it down the line. Played by the front row, pass. Going to get a free ball here. Instead, it's wide. Little miscommunication on the front line for Maple. Two of them went for it, and nobody got their body square to the net. Gabby Rufo, ball up, sent short middle, sent right back, bumped up by Fairchild. Rufo bumped up, Specia, Rufo, wide. Right idea. Right idea. She just had too much sideways on it. 12-10 Lorraine, and for Maple, this is number 10, Amon Mallory. Deep. Specia bumped up. Here's the set, and one-handed over, just flicked over for the winner. 12-11, timeout Longfellow. Coach Wilt out on the floor to demonstrate. We're going to take timeout, and we'll be right back right after this message.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important to anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
Back here at Longfellow Middle School, it's game 2 of 8th grade volleyball. Milkovich to serve, down 12-11. Specia up, Rufo over, bumped up and coming right back, but sent right back. There's a pass, a set, and a hit into the net. Point to Longfellow. So on the rotation now, Trellis Hall, number 18, will serve. She was the first server of the game for Lorraine. 13-11. Longfellow needs this game to stay in the match. They lost the first one, 25-60. Bumped over. Hall sends it right back into the middle. Specia, the pass for Rufo. She dinked it over, and it's a winner. That was all Gabby could do, was one-hand that one and hope she didn't go under the net and all that kind of good stuff, and she was able to execute. 14-11. Hall smacks it over, short, front row, Specia up and over, and a winner. The Maple front line a little too close to the net there. 15-11 Longfellow. Whistle, timeout, Maple. We'll keep it here this time, which gives me a chance to remind you about some things that are coming up on WLCS Channel 20, including the first home football game, which will be played Friday, the 12th of September, and it'll be at George Daniel. The Titans 1-1 on the year in varsity football, look to move to 2-1 in their first year under Coach Dave McFarland. They had their way last weekend with Elyria, although the final score was close. The game was ended by lightning with Lorraine first and goal on the 1-yard line and 22-13 on top with 3.5 minutes to go. So an impressive win for the Titans last week. They look to build on that tomorrow. Serve is up and over and hits. Hall's serve came back and just, again, no communication, and it's 15-12 as we go over to Maple. Substitution for Maple. They get the height back in the front row. Anasia Langford in. This is 23, Janelle Womack, their first serve of the game. Deep, Hall, Rufo, and wide. Well, you can see that the concept of passing has become more ingrained as both teams trying to use 3 hits every time they have the ball, which would be a pass right there, a set, and that one had to be a free ball over, but there's a pass. The bad pass results in another free ball. Up, Rufo to set with 2 hands, and over by Robinson, sent back over by Colbert. There's a hit that's just real good hit. Too hot for Robinson to handle, and it's 15-14. Deschanel Stewart has got the cross-court action going on from the front row. Rufo sends it up into the net. Back it comes. Back goes Rufo with the left hand. Once, twice. There's a hit. Down ball. Winner again from Stewart. And we're tied at 15. You can see the young Miss Stewart has got the idea of hitting the volleyball down. Bumped up that time by Fairchild, but wide of the court. And Milkovich goes on top, 16-15. Lorraine had the lead at 15-11, but Milkovich has run off 5 in a row. And there's a service winner. Too short for Robinson, the front row not taking charge, 15-17. Substitutions for Lorraine. Number 30, Caitlin Ramey Rowland in. And Maya Robinson, number 2, comes out. And Coach Wilt and she are having a little heart-to-heart. Hall bumps it back over. Pass. A set and wrong way set there. And 16-17. Lorraine back down 1. Naya Aspicia, number 25 for Longfellow. Ball up, swatted away and into the net, and we'll go 18-16, and Maple will go back on serve with number 11, Deshanae Stewart. And it's good to have her in the back row. That means she can't leave the floor in front of that 10-foot line, which means it should take some of her hitting away. Stewart throws the ball up, smacks it over. Aspicia bumped up and then over by Fairchild. Pass. Whack to the back row where it's played by Trellis Hall. Fairchild and then Rufo. Fairchild one-hands it over. Good hit, but a dig. And into the net from Maple. Good point by Lorraine. And I credited Fairchild. That was number 30, Caitlin Ramey Rowland with the good hit. Had the good topspin thing going on. And Lorraine back in the service with Sarah Colbert, 23. 17 serving 18. That was a BB. Woo. Serve of the match right there as Sarah Colbert put a little something extra on it. And we got a Mustang down with a bad wheel, it looks like. Whistle on the floor. And I think we've got as an injury timeout. And now they back off. And players to the benches, coach dealing with the injury. We're going to step away while the trainer comes out of the crowd. We'll be back with more volleyball right after this timeout.
Ian Ralston was a combat medic who was injured in Iraq. When I met Ian, I knew we had to help him get his housing grant, an auto grant, and every benefit to live as normal a life as possible. And we did.
PVA has helped hundreds of thousands of veterans get the care and benefits they've earned.
My name is Jason Stevenson, and I work for Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Paralyzed Veterans of America, changing lives, building futures.
Back here at Longfellow, Azaria Hall was the injured Mustang. She's going to stay on the court as she was able to shake off what I think was the knee hitting the floor rather hard. We're tied at 18. Maple is 1 up in the match. They won the first game. 25-16, overhand serve deep and out, and that came off the hands of Sarah Colbert. So 19-18 Maple, and they will serve. And Hall, who was momentarily, a moment ago, on the floor, injured, is to the service line, but Maple's going to sub there. He's going to send in Jewel Cotton, number 12, for the injured Mustang. Okay. So to the service line will go Jewel Cotton in those bright, I don't know, red, orange sneaks. 19-18 as she serves Milkovich on top. Hall sends it back over. Pass, set, and left-handed hit. Pass up by Colbert, and then the errant set, and it's 18-20. The pass has to go to the setter's the one that gets the second hit, and that's where Longfellow is struggling. Bumped up, and then one-handed over, but a lift called there on the second one, and it'll be 21-18 Maple. Underhand serve, deep middle, Remy Rowland. Colbert, and then bumped over by Trellis Hall. High, there's a pass, there's the good set, and then the hit, but sent back over on a dig by Aspicia. There's another set, into the middle, deep hit, Aspicia again, but that one goes off her arms and into the bench. Unable to get square on that one. She had to play it, but couldn't keep it in play. 22-18 now. Milkovich on top. Cotton underhands it over. Aspicia pass. Colbert sent over by Fairchild. Pass. There's the good set. There, Gabby Rufo sent over by Trellis Hall. Ball on the net, sent down, and onto the Lorraine side of the net. And just like that, it goes from 18 all to 23-18. Milkovich. Cotton, underhand serve, deep. Trellis Hall, pass goes over. There's an errant pass on the Maple side, and Lorraine finally breaks. Lorraine will serve it down for a 23-19. Emily Fairchild on the line. And I'm looking, I don't think Emily has served yet this evening. Now she's going to be subbed. And returning is number 3, Autumn Liebes. Autumn on the service line. (19 for Lorraine, 23. One hands it over, finds a hole, ace. 23-20, Lorraine with the point, back within 3. Colorful hairdo of Autumn Liebes, a little pink, a little blue. Ball up, again short into a hole, but dug out that time. Remy Rowland, and then sent over by Colbert into the net. Milkovich, 21-23. These are again over and into the middle, short middle, sent back. Remy Rowland sends it over wide, and Milkovich dormy once again. 24-21. They can't lose it at 25. They can only win it at 25. Lorraine needs the next 3 to get it into overtime. As you play to 25, but you've got to win by 2. Underhand serve over, set up by Rufo. Colbert, and blocked at the net. And now they're going to call it over the net. And Lorraine gets a little bit of a break on that one. And to the service line, Caitlin Ramey Rowland sends it over deep. Pass, set, left hand hit. Rufo right hands it over with one hand. Colbert one hands it back over. There's a pass, there's a set, and it goes wide. Longfellow to within 1, but they need this one or the match is over. Caitlin Ramey Rowland. Pressure on here on the serve, it's in. Bumped up. There's a pass going to come over the net. Comes back, and winner. It got sent right back, and that hit the winner for Milkovich Middle School 8th grade into 25-16, and then an exciting 25-23 in the second game. But from seeing things last week to seeing things this week, a lot has improved in the volleyball gym of Longfellow Middle School. The 7th grade on top in 2, and the 8th grade drops it in straight sets to Milkovich out of Maple Heights. For my good buddy Bob Schlenbaker, this is Jay Ferguson wishing you all a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorraine City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorraine City Schools Television at 282-8400.